Hi FlossTube, welcome back to my channel. My name is Robin and this is my channel Lady Robins, and I'm also Lady Robins on Instagram, so you can follow me two places if you're interested. Welcome. It is FlossTube number 68 and today is Tuesday the 16th of March, so we're almost to St. Patrick's Day, which will be super fun. I will not be making the corned beef and cabbage because I am the only person in the house that likes it. Everybody else hates it, so oh my goodness. It is a beautiful day here in the Seattle area, but it is cold, you guys. Got down to 29 degrees last night when I first got up. Frost on all the neighbors' roofs that I could see. It is really chilly outside, but beautiful, gorgeous sunshine, which always revs me up. So if I am talking 100 miles an hour, you know why. There's sun outside. Okay, let us begin as we do with our mug of the day. Here we go. This one I know I've showed you before. This is North Carolina. I just love that lighthouse and the cardinal and the airplane. I love everything about this guy. So we have, I don't know if you can see that, I've got myself a latte. That latte that I had at the Issaquah Coffee Company, I made another one of those. So it's caramel syrup, vanilla syrup, of course your foam milk, and that cinnamon sitting on the top. It is lovely. It's turning into my favorite coffee. I really like this latte. But it's super sweet. I like sweet, so yeah, that's not a surprise. How are you guys? Have you had a good week? It's been a pretty good week around here. No major disasters. Got quite a bit of stitching done. So let's get to it. Stitching. I have 2 FFOs, yep, fully finished objects, and 1 FO, a finished object. So why don't we start there, shall we? I finished the Snowflower Diaries. So the 2 that I had stitched are now on, ready to be displayed. So here is March. This is on a magnet so I can see that it's a little crooked. That's okay. No trouble. So there is March. And I can pull that guy off and I can put April on it. And so there is April. So I can just switch them out as the months go by. I will admit though, I'm not 100% happy with my finishing. I don't know if you can see that, but it's not level. And of course, being super fussy, when I walk through the hallway and see that, it drives me nuts. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Now here's the first one I did. This is January, and January is perfectly level. What I discovered, because it has been so long since I finished these, is I did something different. Now, okay, don't laugh, but this guy is just laced onto, mat board, and this is the top of a Kerr canning jar, which my magnet sticks to, right? But what I have discovered, taking a look at this, trying to figure out what the difference is, on this one, I didn't put any quilt batting. These 2, I put quilt batting on. And what I think has happened, A, they're thicker, that's part of it, and B, I think when I glued the quilt batting onto the board, I think it warped it. So I think I can live with April. April isn't bad. April seems, I don't know if you can see that, fairly straight. March is a total nightmare. So I might have to redo March. The other thing that I did, because I was curious, is on April, I laced it. March, I thought, well, let's see what the difference is between the stitchery tape and the lacing. I think if I had laced it, it might have pulled that warp in the board out. So I'm probably going to take this guy off the board and lace it and see if I can fix it that way. So I have FFOs, but like I said, I'm not 100% thrilled with them, and I might monkey with them. So I might just cut new mat board, go with the original, go with January, not put the quilt batting on it, and lace it and see, especially this one, see if I can get it so I'm happy when I walk by it. Because right now I walk by it and I'm like, that's crooked. You know, the board's, anyway, that's me. I think the stitching is good. I think the finishing on the piece is not that good. So I'll keep you posted on my progress on that, but especially March. I mean, look at that, you guys. I'm not going to be able to live with that. That's going to drive me nuts. So there we are. Okay, so there's our FFOs. What did I finish? What did I finish? So there's a freebie pattern by Helen D, who is Helen D on FlossTube. She's also eastcoast.crafter on Instagram. So you can follow her 2 places if you want. And she created this adorable chart, and she calls it Easter Peeps. And these are all my colors. I like bright colors, and so if you're interested in what colors I stitched this up in, let me know. I'll shoot you the colors. They're all DMCs, nothing fancy. And so this is finished. It's just waiting to be turned into a pillow. And I've already got my backing fabric for it, which I think is going to be super cute. So there's my backing fabric. And in fact, I sat with my DMC boxes, and I was basically doing a floss toss on top of the fabric so that I have things that looked good with this backing fabric. And so I'm really happy with that. And then the other thing, I haven't bought Rick Rack in a million years, but I bought some pink Rick Rack. So I'm going to add some pink Rick Rack on here somewhere when I finish it. So I can't decide if I'm going to finish it like I did my St. Patrick's Day piece and maybe do the Rick Rack between the seams from the linen to the fabric, or what I'm going to do. But that pink Rick Rack I just thought was adorable when I was at the craft store, so I picked that up too. So that is on my plate for a finish this week. Yes, finishing things. Yeah, it's easier to finish things if you stitch smaller things, right? You have more opportunity to finish. All right, so Easter Peeps was one of the items I stitched on this week, and then I did make a switch, and my two WhipGo pieces in March are Summer Snapperland and Cinnamon Stars. Last week I only stitched on Summer Snapperland and didn't break out Cinnamon Stars, so this week it was time to do Cinnamon Stars. So just a reminder of what that looks like. And what I got done were all of the sunflowers. So when I picked the piece up, I just had part of the stalks done. I didn't have them all done. So I got all the stalks put in and the sunflowers themselves stitched. So I was really happy with the progress that I have made this week on Cinnamon Star. So I'll pull it back so you can see all the stitching that I've got going on that. And this week I think I will fill in the corn over here. And who knows, maybe I'll even have time to start working on the Star Smoke Trail. That would be super fun. So I'm definitely gonna get some more work done on Cinnamon Stars. And I am doing this on nothing fancy. I am doing it on R&R linen. I've got it written on my chart so I can remember to tell you. It's in the colorway Apple Brown. And I'm stitching it on a 32 count. I like filled in stitches, so I'm doing, 2/2, which you probably heard me say before when I remember, because I always forget that part. And in fact, Easter Peeps is on also a 32 count, and I did that one 2/2. I don't know anything about the fabric except I had a little sticker in the corner that said 32 count linen. And it was something that was in my stash from years ago. I think I bought it for a project and never got around to the project. So I just grabbed it, and that's what I stitched Easter Peeps on. And it's a really great linen. What I like about it is it's got a little bit of heft to it. It's not loosey-goosey. The holes are not kind of wobbly. I don't know how else to describe that, but this was, I like this linen. I wish I knew what it was. Oh well, right. I'm sure I'll find other things that I love just as much. Okay, so that was Cinnamon Stars, Easter Peeps, and then the other items that I stitched on, I'm grabbing them off camera here for you. I worked on my Sense and Sensibility. I am behind, of course. I haven't even finished part 1. I'm so pokey. That's all right. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying my stitching, so that's the point, right? We don't all have to rush through the stitching and have it, done. But what I did do on Sense and Sensibility is I got this back out, and I had not finished the leaves down here. So I got those done. I got kind of the bottom of another flower done on both sides. And then I'm starting another flower down here in the blues. So I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm really having a good time stitching this. I have completed reading Sense and Sensibility. I think I told you before, I'm listening to it on Audible, and I'm listening to the version that is read, narrated by Rosamund Pike. She does a fantastic job. So I have finished the reading already for the book club. At least I'm caught up on my reading, right? So that only got one day. I'm going to definitely work on this again this week, because I need to get caught up. I'm way behind. That's not okay. And then the fourth thing that I stitched on this week is I pulled out my Owl Forest kit, Hyperborea. Yep. And what I got done this week is I finished, oops, I got a thread hanging. I finished the body of the owl. So his body is all done, and I am starting on the wings, which should be really fun. And I'm starting to wonder, I thought this was a Zweigart based linen. I'm starting to wonder if this is a Lugana or a Jobelan, because as I'm stitching it, I'm noticing the feel of the linen, or of the fabric, I guess, pardon me, and it feels like maybe there's a little polyester in it because it's super soft. So I'm starting to wonder if it's Jobelan or Lugana. Either way, I'm here for it. I love it. I think it is gorgeous. I love that needle minder, you can see. And yeah, so I'm making some progress on this guy, and I'm really happy with it. I have to admit, I'm kind of looking forward to finishing that the big bird, because there are so many cute little motifs that I'm kind of looking forward to getting into the motifs. You know, there's little seals and, you know, little buildings. There's, of course, trees. There's snowflakes. Oh, the whole thing just makes me happy. There's just no two ways about it. And last week I showed you that I had purchased Christine's Stitch All the Things bag, and I have moved Hyperborea into this. I think, hey, there's some water in the Hyperborea. We have our beautiful mermaids, so I thought it was a good match. You can tell me I'm silly, but that's okay. I just love this bag. So anyway, thank you, Christine, if you're watching. I'm using it. I am loving it. So those were the 4 things that I was able to stitch on this week. I'm satisfied with my progress on all of them. And let's see here. What are my plans? Well, as I told you, I'm definitely going to stitch some more on Sense and Sensibility. Definitely continue on with Hyperborea, and of course, Cinnamon Stars. And then after all of that, because I'll have so much free time, right? I just have ample amount of time in my week. I really want to start this cute little piece from the Jelly Bean Jubilee by with Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais. I really want to do that one. So I still have fabric left over that I stitched the Easter Peeps on, so I might gift myself a start from the Jelly Bean Jubilee. I think that would be fun. We'll see how it goes, but that's kind of my plans for what I'm gonna get up to this week. I have to say a huge thank you. Look at this, you guys. I got a St. Patrick's Day card from Janet Jabber. Janet, thank you. I love it. This made me so happy. And then she wrote me a cute little note and included a 2021 charm in there. Sweet. Thank you, Janet. I really appreciate this. In fact, I've got it sitting next to my St. Patrick's Day stitch in my front entryway because the colors match perfectly. So it's super fun. I was really excited to get a card from a fellow FlossTuber. Super cool. This FlossTube cross-stitch community is so kind and so generous. I just have to thank all of you for being here. You guys just enhance my life. I've got to tell you, I would not continue doing these FlossTube videos if it weren't for you. I did it to connect with fellow stitchers, and you guys, we're making that connection, and I just really want to thank you for being here. You bring joy to my life. So there we go. Enough being sappy, but honestly, I just wanted you to know how great it feels to know that you're out there and you're all stitching and we're all connecting. So Anyway, thank you for the card, Janet. Thank you for the community, you guys. I really appreciate you. On to what else happened this week? Remember all that floss I bought before Snowmageddon here in Seattle? Da-da-da-da! It's all bobbinated. But I had to buy another box. I now own 5 boxes that are filled with DMC floss. I cannot believe it. It's just nuts. But so I did finish. It took me a while. It took me a few weeks, but it is all labeled and it makes me insanely happy to have it all available. And you'll laugh. I still have about 9 that I'm missing, so I still don't have a complete set of DMC, but I'm close. I did, of course, get a little stitching haul this week. One of the things that showed up is my latest Black Needle Society subscription box, and this is a box called On the Go Stitching. I did film a unboxing of that, and I called it Stitching on the Go through the whole darn thing, so just give me a little grace and forgive me. Apparently I read from the bottom up, but tons of nice things in there, so that was part of my haul this week, so thank you, Black Needle Society. I love it. The other thing that I got, I am such a stinker. I got another Christine bag. Okay, I have to stop. Normally when she posts them, they're when I'm at work and I'm not able to snag them, but for whatever reason, 2 weeks in a row, I've been able to snag Christine bags. And this one, look at that rainbow fabric inside. Isn't that spectacular? So, all right, I'm going to stop being a greedy pig. Y'all can buy the next round that comes out this week. I promise I will not jump on anymore because I now have 3 of these and I love them. So pretty. So Christine just does it through Instagram. So follow her on Instagram, and I think it's Stitch All the Things. Is it D-Stash? No, I don't think it's D-Stash. Anyway, if I can find the link, I'll put it in my show notes so that if you're interested, you can find that also. And the other thing that I ordered this from 123 Stitch. I ordered a Bent Creek chart. I ordered up Gnomes in the Garden. And Helen D said she's going to start this with her sister, and she invited anybody that would like to stitch it with them to come on board. And I believe it starts this Saturday, the first day of spring, on the 20th, I think. I don't know what the hashtag is. I'll have to go back and check. But of course, because we know that charts can't travel by themselves, I bought the specialty flosses that go with it. So I am ready to stitch Gnomes in the Garden Row by Bent Creek. That was my other little bit of haul, which I'm looking forward to stitching that. You know me, I love the Bent Creek, and I'd never even heard of that particular chart. And when she showed it, I was like, oh, Gnomes, I'm here for it. So I might end up with 2 starts this week. But that's okay, because I had 2 FFOs, right? So they're evening each other out. That's what I'm telling myself. And then the last little bit of haul, I have fallen down a rabbit hole. I was watching Kathy Haberman of Hands On Designs, and I think it was 2 videos back, and she was talking about this company called Me and My Stitches, and she was talking about these really cute wooden boxes that are made out of rulers. Now, what happened was she collaborated with them for a monthly club, right? I was too slow. I got aced out on the monthly club. But what I found on their channel were not only this cute box, they have wool applique pads or liners, I guess, that fit in the box. And they have kits, and it's a club. And I thought, well, that would be adorable sitting next to my stitching spot. This cute little box, and then you can switch out the little liner based on the seasons. I mean, these are just adorable. Now, I don't know much about wool applique, but they absolutely called to me. I could not leave it alone. I think I went to the website 4 times before I pulled the trigger. And then, of course, I had to buy the Voldani threads that you do the embroidery stitching with. So I'm going to learn myself something new. And I'm really excited by this thought, because cross stitch is going to be my first love. Don't panic. Don't panic. But I thought this is really an extension of stitching and our love of hand sewing. I don't know, you guys. Maybe I will get half of one done, never pick it up again. But I like a good series, so I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna try a little wool applique. So if you've ever done it, I'm looking at you, Anna and Becca. If you have words of advice, shoot me a comment. I probably am going to need lots and lots of advice. So, you guys, that's it for me. That's what I got up to this week. You heard about my plans, you saw my haul, and I think we're good here. Again, I want to thank you for being here, being part of my community. I truly appreciate you all being here. And I want you to all stitch happy, and I'll see you next week, okay? Bye, friends.